y el registro ya lo podemos ir avanzando, ¿no? Entonces, esa es mi inquietud. Creo que es un bloqueo que yo siento para la parte de diseño. No he podido comunicarles eso. Me ha faltado vocabulario para comunicar eso. Quizás lo puedes comunicar tú. Perfecto. Otra cosa, los días fijos para las reuniones, también hay que decidirlos, yo pienso ahora, ¿no? Podríamos hacerlo quizás el miércoles y el viernes y podríamos presentar los avances el día sábado contigo, para no aflojar, para no perder el ritmo de desarrollo, porque son 8 semanas, pero va a llegar rápido, entonces quisiera definir eso también, me parece. Podría ser 3 días a la semana las reuniones, estas reuniones generales, en ese patrón de reuniones, ¿no? Primero, ver qué nos está bloqueando entre roles y la otra parte sería las internas, ¿no? Frontend, backend, diseño, cada quien con sus reuniones para ver sus problemas internos. Por favor, eso más me parece importante. Y los sábados, los avances del desarrollo, ¿no? Contigo. Lo que sería bueno que si están de acuerdo todos, porque quizás algunos no están de acuerdo, entonces va a ser igual otro bloqueo, ¿no? Afuera del tema del idioma, porque no todos estamos, no somos, no tenemos la fluidez del idioma inglés, ¿no?
I agree, but this week I have problems because Christmas and so okay.
Normal.
Yeah.
Sí, sí, sí.
Don't worry, don't worry. I understand.
No worry, Eddie. I understand.
Yeah.
Mm,
Eh, Loma.
Mm. Yeah, I understand that the design not being completed can be an issue for the front end and back end to really start something. So uh, I will try my best to move ahead for the designs and all. How do we guys do we go page by page or flow by flow?
Ah, y las vistas es importante, porque no vamos a enseguida entrar en reunión interna y solo los fronts y pienso que hay que hablar también de la tecnología, ¿no? Y quizás vamos a usar Angular y vamos a tener que eh, entrar más en el framework, ¿no? Porque yo personalmente he usado más React, pero esto es el desafío. Entonces, creo que las vistas es importante. El flujo, no hay problema, pero sería bueno que diseño nos vaya lanzando otro canvas, o sea, una parte donde diga esto está listo, esto puede, a medida que ellos vayan avanzando, vayan soltando cosas y nos manden las vistas. Y el flujo, yo creo que se acomoda nomás, ¿no? Es cuestión de pegar cosas, ¿no? Direccionar.
Mm. All right, so if I'm understanding it correctly, they want to see the components, right? Like for example, the form fields and all. Mm. 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 Yeah. Mm. All right. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Perfecto, sí, perfecto, sí. Entonces, que él nos mande una flag, una forma de marcar, esto está listo para hacer desarrollo. Entonces ya agarramos, nos distribuimos nosotros en las reuniones de front, entonces eso sería importante. Una forma que lo humano nos diga, esto ya está listo, pueden hacer, ¿no? Que nos dé una luz verde, una flag, ¿no?
All right.
Hey, hi Eddie. Yeah, I just started looking at the documents and the repository today, Eddie. So I understand the number of services that we are tentatively planning. So I was thinking if there is a better person who has more experience in the backend that can lead. I'm not sure. I mean, I can work on the services, but I don't know whether if I can lead the backend development completely. Yeah, I can work as a team member in developing the services, I would say. Jayashree.
Yeah, even I went to the repository, as Ambika said. Um, I actually I can work as a team member, but I cannot lead the team as from the back end.
Yeah.
Creo que no es importante ahora eso porque en las reuniones ellos van a ver sus bloqueos internos. Entonces lo van a ir decidiendo y se puede nomás eso ya enseguida, ¿no? Terminando esto y ya que vayan a conocerse porque el problema principal va a ser conocerse y el idioma, o sea, la comunicación va a ser el mayor problema antes que quien lidere el equipo.
Hola,
Sí.
buenos días.
Hola.
Disculpen. Hi, everyone. Eddie,
Hello.
Hi,
Hi,
Eric.
Eric.
por lo que comentas, si quieres yo me encargo de crear unas arquitecturas que vengo usando para el backend, que una es a través de JPA y otra es a través de JDBC. Pero obviamente para JDBC la lógica la manejo en base de datos, entonces nada más confírmame si vamos a usar un gestor de base de datos o vamos a usar JPA para eh, hacer las arquitecturas, o está bien si hago las dos. Ok, muy bien, me ayudas con la traducción a los compañeros que no hablan español.
Okay, Eric will be providing the architecture. Okay. So, Eddie, like what I feel is it will be good if we have a tech lead kind of member who can guide through the development process as well, right? For each one, basically. I don't know how it works with UI, but for backend, there is someone who can um, lead the modules. Mm, right. Right. Yeah.
Ok, ok. Gracias,
Okay,
Eric.
no problem. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Alright.
Perfecto. Gracias, Eric.
Gracias, Eddie.
Yeah. Sure. Eddie.
Okay, I think it's time to separate by meetings, by roles and his own meetings. I think or someone have something to talk.
Jayashri here. So how many year are backend developers
Um,
has a very good experience?
¿Cuántos backends hay? Dice. Eso es lo que yo
Yeah.
entendí.
I think we are five. Martin,
Ambika.
Ambika, Pashas, Rick,
Okay. So
and
okay,
Eric.
I'm checking the Trello. So I see Nargis Sultana, Veena, Martin, Ambika, and myself. Five of them are backend developers. I mean Eric.
Can you say
Is
Nargis,
Yes.
Eddie,
Jayashri,
Eddie is
myself? Who else? Martin. Martin also, right?
okay. I'll
Yes.
just repeat it again. Eddie and Eric is stack developer, and apart from them, Ambika, myself, Martin, Veena, and five of them are backend developers. Among these five, who has very well, I mean, more experience? I just want to know to lead backend developers.
Creo que hay que separarse por roles y ahí vayan hablando, ¿no?
Ok, estábamos viendo quiénes estábamos, ¿no?
Sí,
Ambika, Jace,
sí,
Eric
pero lo
y
que pregunta Hayasri es que quién va a dirigir a los backends.
Ah, ok.
Eso es lo que quiere saber ella y creo que eso ya no es una reunión general, es una reunión por roles.
Ah, está bien. Bueno,
Claro.
nos podemos separar.
Claro, nos podemos separar. A ver quién, ¿cómo decimos esto en inglés? Now we
Ok.
can separate by roles and his own voice channel, and the general meeting is over.
Okay,
Translate.
backend to the backend and frontend to the
Frontend
front.
to the frontend channel, voice channel, and then okay, thanks, goodbye. See
Okay,
you
see
Bye,
you.
guys.
on Wednesday.
See you guys.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye bye. Eric, tus reuniones con los backend.
Hello guys. Are we starting a general meeting again or the front end or back end?
Frontend and backend. But it's okay here. Frontend
Okay,
go
sure.
to frontend meeting.
Oh, this front-end meeting? This one is a front-end meeting or back-end?
Here backend.
Oh, yours is back-end. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, great. So, how much experience do you have in back-end?
3 months. 3 months and yes, 3 months.
Oh, 3 months. Okay. How about Nargis?
For me, it's around a year. Yeah.
Okay. I think we are missing a few of the back-end developers here. Then go to the front-end meeting and back-end.
Who else is missing, Jayashree, in the backend?
Uh, I think Vena and Eric is a full stack. Eric is also missing.
I think Eric is backend.
Yeah, Eric.
Think
Yeah, Eric
No,
is saying
it's full stack. Yes,
that
right.
the full
Java,
stack.
Angular, TypeScript. We
Problem here is I know we can work on developing individual services, but with respect to system architecture, relational mapping and all, we need to have some experienced person with respect to that, so we
um,
don't miss any pieces. That's
Ambika,
what we are looking for.
I think first we need to have a design
Yeah.
uh, and the number of services we the number of services that is required, and after the service gets confirmed, and each one should start doing that module.
Yeah.
Right? Am I right? I don't know. Am I right or
That's my understanding as well. We understand the technicality, I understood. We are going to develop multiple services which we can divide later, but we are going to develop microservices. It's microservice architecture is what I understood. So we are going to develop microservices. So developing each one is okay, but what is the relational mapping that we are going to achieve? Maybe that can be decided at the end.
the
And
relational?
database is also decided.
Okay.
Postgres is what we are thinking, right?
Yeah, what do you mean by relational mapping? You mean the services to services?
Or the, yeah, what is the
Okay.
communication that is between the services also important, right? Later
Yeah.
point, will there be any inter-service communication? There are a lot of factors that come into picture as a system, complete system.
So first
So
we need to design the overall architecture of the product, right?
yes, back and front and both. So if
And
you
both.
look at, let me share my screen. I just cloned the code today.
okay.
Can you see?
Uh,
I can
yeah,
see now.
I can see.
See, this is pretty much so much of information has been added here. Okay, I see a lot of diagrams and the
Dynamics.
prerequisites and all that. This is the README I'm just going through. Okay, this is the README document from the
Yeah.
code repo. If you see, they're clearly mentioning it is going to be microservice architecture, right?
Yeah.
So, and it says what are the stages. So, this is a viable product features, and these are the future plans, future features. We are not going to work right away on this. We'll be working on only these things. User match, team, and training management alone. These are the main functionality. And architecture wise, so I think are they using Angular?
I'm not sure about
Let
that,
me see. It should be
unfortunately.
here somewhere. They might have mentioned. Okay, so front end will be taken care by the UI team. So for backend, if you look at, we are following microservice architecture for these services, right?
Yeah, the user management
User management, match,
and team
team,
management.
and so each one we need to understand what is the requirement for each service is important, and database is single database for all these services. My understanding, it's a centralized database. We are not going to have a separate database for each microservice. We are going to have a centralized RDBMS, not NoSQL, it is SQL. Okay. To go through all these diagrams, they have created, they have done a lot of work already. The class diagrams, each entity, what are all the fields, they have. So that is one thing. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes, I can.
Okay.
See.
So this is the first step to do. for us to install IntelliJ, have these plugins to view the diagrams. So the expectation is this, like each service will be structured like this,
But
right? So we need to understand the requirement for each service, what each service is supposed to give, what is the input, what is the table structure that we need to design, is my understanding I'm trying to explain. Correct me if I am wrong.
That's actually correct. We need to think about the endpoints. What are the endpoints we are going to give back to the front end developers?
Yes. So we need to start with one service as a team, or each of us will work on one service. How does it work? We need to create this part. I can do that is like creating SQL for each table is okay. That is doable once we know the table structure. Only thing I am not good at is relational mapping between the tables and the inter-service communication, what each one will be communicating with each other. Maybe that is the system design part.
The first thing that we need to have a clear picture is on uh, the architecture, the flow, right?
Yeah.
The flow of
Yes.
the product. So for that, I think someone is working on it. Is I don't know how.
Uh,
I think
Excuse
Llama
me,
is
guys.
working on it.
I think for the flow, are you talking about the database architecture or
Backend
The
architecture.
backend architecture? Yeah, I think Eric will be working on this.
Oh, okay, okay. Let me stop sharing. I was just looking at these diagrams to start with, the what each
Mhm.
service
Okay.
is required to do.
Um, can anyone answer me about this one? I mean, I just want to know that before you guys start developing the backend or the front
Mm-hmm.
end team start developing the front end,
Mm-hmm.
designers should give the element, right? So
Yep.
uh, afterwards, is it the first thing should be done by front end developer, or the back end developer want to do something, then hand it over to front end?
uh,
Oh, I think front end will be working on the UI design part, is my understanding. And
Mm-hmm.
initially, they will have some, some static data they use, I guess. Later, they will use the endpoints or backend service endpoints to fetch the data.
Okay.
It should be
Oh, so in
parallel
that
work,
case,
is
in
my
that case,
assumption. I may be wrong, but it should be parallel. We will be working on the services,
mhm.
and UI will be working on, because design is also important, right? They'll be designing the pages.
Yes, because I will be working mostly with design parts.
Mm.
So,
Raghuman, I
so
just
you
want to
guys,
one point to what Ambika has said. I think from the back end developers, we just need to know the endpoints to work on, right?
okay, okay.
What the endpoints the front end developer needs to access the services.
Mm-hmm.
If we know that, then it'll be easier for us, and also the flow and the overall architecture of the product. That's it.
Oh, I see, I see. So you guys to start with, I think the architecture, backend architecture, we were discussed about in general meeting. That one is more important to start with for backend, right?
Yeah, yeah. We need to know the
Mhm.
architecture.
Because
Someone to explain us the
because
architecture.
all the flow and general flow, of course, we will have much more feature and many corrections, many things, so many other things that we will be doing. But the basic architectural flow that's supposed to be the functionality is written in English in the Git. So from there, I think Eric can draw the architecture. Afterward, you can start working.
Yeah, so we should be waiting for the architecture, right, Mohammed? We are not going to do anything right now. We'll just
Okay,
understand the
okay, I have one suggestion
what we
that
can do. The question is what we can do until that.
yes, that's what that's what I was going to suggest actually. Until Eric finish designing the architecture, what else supposed to be done so that once he finishes, we can start looking into it immediately.
Mm.
So I don't have deep understanding on this. I'm just giving my opinion and trying to learn something so that I can do mm, the design part, maybe
So
do
your
something better.
involvement is in which area, Mohammed? Like design or are you be part of any UI and backend development, anything?
I will be in design and front end development part.
Front end development.
Yes, correct.
Okay. One thing I understood is I don't know the technical capability of others. Myself and Jayashree are good at writing the services like CRUD basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if the requirements are clear, we are good at implementing it.
Okay.
Is
That's
that clear?
actually good to know that. To know that
Right,
at
Jayashree?
least.
Like if someone gives us, hey, this is what I need, these are the endpoints,
The
and this is
endpoint.
what I need. We are good at doing that. But we need more experience than that, is what I feel. But to start with, that's what we can do. Like if UI
Okay.
team tells, hey, this is the
Mm-hmm.
URL endpoint of mine, and I need data for
Mm-hmm.
this. If you ask us that for each service, as an example, I'll tell because I don't have more real-time experience of this. Okay, I have only the from my learning. I have experience of Java backend services, not real time. As an example, can you see my screen?
Yes, I
Yes.
can.
If you
Yeah.
see, these are the tentative services, right? Let me go back to read me. This where is the service list? Yeah, this is the tentative service list, right? User management service is one, match management service is one. So basically, what we need to know is what are all the endpoints that you are expecting for each service,
Mm-hmm.
and what is the requirement. Basically, requirement needs to be specific for each service.
Okay. I think Eric, did you see the message in the WhatsApp group?
Um, check. Is for security through JWT. They are talking about what security we are using.
The last message, I think he gave a basic architecture.
Okay, as soon as I have time, it's the architecture for backend, but it would be to use Spring Boot Java focused. Okay, that we understood. High level, we are understanding. We
Mm-hmm.
are expecting the low level details like
Okay.
for each service, what is the API, right?
Hmm. I think this is more generalized one. I think you will get it.
Yeah,
Is
yeah, generalized. General we are understanding. So for each service, we are going with Spring Boot Java services.
Mm,
That we understood. Technical architecture wise, what we are going to use for each service we understood. So if you
mhm,
see, uh, this is the UI. There was a better one which I am not seeing, but if you see, user management has different APIs that we need to expose. Authentication, user, and all that. Match management is for scheduling. So for
mhm,
scheduling, we'll get some inputs from the UI, right? What are
mhm.
they? And what is that API supposed to do? So API level, each endpoint, what it is supposed to do is the requirements basically.
Okay, okay.
All we are expecting is what each service has to do.
I understand better now what you're saying.
You
Yes.
got it, right? Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I got it.
So this one is clear because database we are supposed to have multiple tables which each service will interact with. It is a centralized database.
Mhm.
So each service will have a table. They are linking like this. This is all tentative is what I'm assuming. So relationship between each one and all we can decide later.
Mhm. Okay, so I see. I see. So I'll just. I think I will leave the meeting now. So I just needed to understand that what actually uh, you guys need from our side and what we need to do to provide you everything so that you can start with and we can continue from our side as well. So I
Yeah,
think
got
I
it.
understand better now. So yeah.
Yeah, mine all of my questions were very basic.
Mhm.
Like why we were asking for a lead is they would know more if there is a person with more experience in this microservice development or whatever the architecture, right? They would
Mhm.
ask more questions. What do we need to develop each service? What else do we need to know?
Mhm. Yes.
That
Yes.
makes a
I
difference,
think
right?
we can discuss on that. That
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't be a problem. We have experienced people as well
Mm-hmm.
who can lead. Maybe you can also lead, but you don't know it yet.
Yeah,
Just saying.
exactly. Yeah. What problem is, see, if you tell me, hey, this is the service I want, and these are the endpoints I have, this is what I need. If the requirements are clear, execution is okay. That's not a problem. We can do that.
Ye- Yes, correct.
There should
Okay.
not be any
Okay.
broken parts later, right? So that's
Yes.
where,
Hmm. Okay, guys. So I'll just
yeah.
say I just have to say good night because I think in my time it's about 11 p.m.
Oh,
So
you are which time zone? Oh my God.
I'm from Bangladesh,
IST
Asia.
almost. Okay. It falls under same India Standard Time,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Okay, got it, got it. Sure. We will try to understand more. Okay, so it's just a beginning, right? I got the
Mm-hmm.
access to the repo today. I'll go over
Mm-hmm.
this more and more, and let us see. We should be getting more help with experienced team members, more experienced team
Okay,
members
and
than us.
one thing I just want to inform that
Mm.
in general meeting it was suggested that we should have a meeting in Monday and Wednesday, right, in regular
Three
basis,
times is
something
what
like
we
that.
mentioned. Monday,
Three
Wednesday.
weeks.
Yeah.
But my request is don't wait for the meeting to inform or ask anything.
Mm.
Whenever you feel like you just want to ask something, just text in the group.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Sure.
So because whenever you have time to look into it, maybe other person will not look into it, but you have time now to spare.
Mm.
So obviously you might have some question that you want to know. So if you just put it in a group, eventually you will get an answer.
Yeah. So for honestly, just starting trouble. Like we don't know where to start. That's it. Like if someone guides us through that, we'll be fine.
Okay. So we will figure it out. We'll figure
Yeah.
it out.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
That's
So
all I have from my side, Jayashree or anybody else. Martin, Nargis, if you have any questions, we can wrap it up.
I think we
No,
can wrap.
I'm fine.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Narkis. Yeah.
No, I was just saying that it's fine. I have no question.
I have no question too. I understand too.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you all.
Thank you all.
All right.
See you later.
Thank you, guys.